Hey guys, as someone who isn't a die-hard fan of the Souls games, I wanted to give my first thoughts on Elden Ring, as I thought with me not being a huge fan of the franchise it would provide an interesting perspective. The one and only Souls game that I played before this was the original Demon's Souls on PlayStation 3. While I did enjoy it, I haven't followed the series since then. Before we begin, I wanted to clarify something, and that is that I will not be providing a review score for this game, at least not in this video. I'm only about 15 hours or so into the game, and I have barely scratched the surface of it. This game is massive. I know that it has been reported that it is possible to finish this game in about 30 hours, but in my opinion, rushing to the end of the game just so you can see the credits would defeat the purpose of the intricately detailed world that From Software developed. The realm of the lands between is dense and you are encouraged to explore and uncover the land's secrets, so for that reason, I want to take my time with this game and really take in everything it has to offer. Which finally brings us to the main topic. What are my first thoughts? I'm loving this game, and after spending some time with it, I can say it more than deserves the high praises that it's been receiving. A large part of this is due to the world that From Software created. I heard numerous times that this game was comparable to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild because of its massive scale. And after playing this game for a bit, I believe those comparisons are valid. It is so much fun finding new areas in this game, so much so in fact, that you will likely lose track of time while playing this game. On several occasions, I looked at my watch and noticed that I had been playing for several hours, so I had to put the game down, otherwise I wouldn't take care of my other responsibilities. I want to take a second and move on to the combat. When I first started this game, I thought the combat felt a little clunky and I wasn't satisfied with the controls. But after some time, I grew to actually appreciate the design of the combat. In battle, once you trigger an action, you are unable to interrupt that action, so you need to wait for that particular movement to end before you move on to the next moveset. So for example, if you are in the middle of performing a strong attack but need to quickly heal, you are unable to do so until you are finished performing your strong attack. Because of the more slow-paced nature of the game, this can be a bit jarring for someone who is more accustomed to games such as Devil May Cry and Scarlet Nexus, as both of those are much more responsive to the player's actions. While in battle, if you happen to kill the monsters you were fighting, you'll then collect some of their lost runes that you'll need to level up with. By taking these runes to one of the many grace locations that are on the map, you'll be able to rest and level up. However, if you die before you can make it back to a site of grace, you'll lose all of the runes that you were carrying. You do have a chance to recover your lost runes if you return to the spot where you were killed, but if you die again, they'll be lost forever. As someone who is fairly new to the Soulsborne games, this happened to me numerous times, and while it is frustrating at first when it happens, it is so rewarding when you quote-unquote get good and are able to overcome the game's many challenges. The last thing I'd like to talk about are the graphics and character designs. The landscapes you'll see in this game are awe-inspiring, and all of which feel unique, which is something that deserves recognition. Many large-scale open-world games often have an issue in differentiating the game's environments, but in Elden Ring that isn't an issue. In my time with the game so far, I never felt like any of the areas on the map were too similar to each other. Moving on to the character and monster designs, all of the designs are really creative. Some of my favorites being the trolls, the ancestor spirit, Godric the Grafted, and the game's dogs. Some of the designs even play into some of the background elements of the story. For example, one of the first times you encounter a troll in the game is when you're on your way to Stormvale Castle. With it being fairly early in the game, this troll can be pretty difficult, especially for newcomers to the Souls series. Well, later on in the castle, you'll actually see another troll, but this time it's strung up and is being used as meat for the rats of the castle. So something that gave you so much trouble earlier was easily taken out by a much more powerful foe, thus further setting the mood as you get farther in the castle. So, as you can tell, I'm really loving this game so far, and I can't wait to play some more soon. But what are your thoughts on Elden Ring? Have you picked it up yet? And if so, are you enjoying it? Let me know down in the comments below. As always though, thank you for watching and have a great day.